So in this episode, let's talk about how Nokia is making a flagship again, how we literally know everything there is to know about Xiaomi's new value flagships, and how Samsung is finally going big on charging speeds. This is Gadget Snap. So Nokia is a company that I've been rooting for years now because as a kid, I was fascinated by all the Nokia bricks they made, and I've got to be honest, they're probably the sole reason why I still love tech till this day. And for years, I've wanted them to make a proper flagship, and yes, I know they made the Nokia 9 PureView, but that was terrible, so we tend to gloss over that. Thankfully, the Nokia gods have spoken, and we're getting the Nokia 9.3 PureView in October or November, according to Nokia Power Retail, and this would align with another rumour that says that H&D Global is planning a huge event later this year. Now, I have no absolute idea why we jumped from Nokia 9 to Nokia 9.3, but apart from the slightly weird name, the phone is actually looking pretty solid. So the specs of the device are the following. It's got a 6.2-inch 120Hz OLED display, Snapdragon 865, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and a 4,500 mAh battery, so pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. Of course, as per usual for a Nokia phone, the star of the show will indeed be its penta camera setup on the back, which will consist of a 64MP main sensor with OIS, a 108MP ultra-wide, which is a little crazy, and then a portrait lens, a macro lens, and a telephoto lens, which we don't have any specific details on as of yet. Now, as I said in yesterday's episode, I'm not a big fan of companies slapping on dedicated macro and portrait lenses to the back of their phones, but I do have faith in Nokia that if they were to implement it, they would do it well. So hopefully they do exactly that. So Xiaomi is holding an event on the 30th of September for the Mi 10 series, and well, there's no point watching the event now because we know everything, like literally every single detail. Thanks to WinFuture, we now know there'll be two variants, the Mi 10T and the Mi 10T Pro. Quite a mouthful, but anyways, they will share the following specs. So the display will be a 6.67-inch 144Hz LCD display, and I don't know how to feel about that because on one hand 144Hz is really cool, but LCD is not so cool. Anyways, other specs they share include a Snapdragon 865, a 20MP camera on the front, a 5,000 mAh battery, stereo speakers, and a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. So now some of you may be wondering, what are the differences between the regular model and the Pro model? Well, essentially, it's going to be the differences in RAM and the camera setup. So you're getting 6GB of RAM on the Mi 10T and then 8GB of RAM in the Mi 10T Pro. And then camera-wise, they're going to have the same 13MP ultra-wide and the 5MP macro lens, which I'm not too happy about. But the main sensor should be different on both models. So on the regular model, you're getting a 64MP sensor, and then on the Pro, you're getting a 108MP sensor with OIS. So yeah, pictures should be slightly better on the Pro. Now, we also got official renders of the devices, and well, I can't lie, I'm not a big fan, especially that camera module that looks like Cyclops. I am, however, a big fan of the prices, so it should be €499 for the Mi 10T, and then €599 for the Mi 10T Pro, so that should roughly translate to £450 and £550 here in the UK, and that is a pretty banging deal. So we all know OnePlus is introducing 65-watt super ultra fast charging on the OnePlus 8T, and well, Samsung also wants to join in on that fast life. So Ice Universe leaked out a picture of a Samsung travel adapter that's recently been certified that supports up to 65 watts. That's insane. Now, what's interesting about this report is that Ice Universe says this travel adapter is for Samsung's notebooks and not the Galaxy S21 series. But before people get very sad, there is another leaker called Chun confirming that the Galaxy S21 series will indeed come with 65-watt charging. So there is a glimpse of hope. And in my opinion, they need to include this because they're falling behind in terms of charging speeds compared to other Android manufacturers. Also, with a 65-watt charger, you should be able to charge a 5,000 mAh battery up to 50% in 15 minutes. That's ridiculous. So yeah, hopefully fingers crossed they will include it with the Galaxy S21 series, and hopefully it's also in the box, because if it's an optional accessory that's like $60, no one will buy it. And that conveniently brings me to the question of the day, which is, would 65-watt charging benefit you? Because personally, I charge my phone at night, so I don't really need the speed all the time, but if I do need a quick top up, it is something nice to have. So yeah, would love to hear what you guys think on the matter in the comments below. And on that note, I'll end it here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you want to catch up on yesterday's episode, I'll leave it in the iCard above. Main channel will be linked below. Like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers on this channel, so it would be appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya, peeps.